The Power of Now is a book by author Eckhart Tolle that explores the concept of consciousness and present moment awareness in life. The book emphasizes the importance of living in the present moment and letting go of excessive thinking about the past or future in order to achieve happiness and inner peace. The book begins by stating that the true reality of life exists only in the present moment, and that constant thinking about the past or future creates anxiety and tension. Tolle emphasizes that true experiences and happiness lie in the present, and that living with complete focus and awareness grants us power and inner peace. The book presents a range of ideas and techniques for liberating oneself from the mind and excessive thinking. Tolle emphasizes the importance of focusing on the present experience, such as focusing on one's breath and fully enjoying the present moment with all of one's senses. The book also offers meditation and mindfulness practices to enhance consciousness and present moment presence. The book also delves into the effects of excessive thinking about the past and future, such as worry, depression, and stress. Tolle stresses that we can obtain inner peace and free ourselves from these negative effects by being present and focusing on the current moment. The book also addresses the concept of self and identity. Tolle emphasizes that a person's true identity is not linked to external things or the roles we play in society. It invites us to free ourselves from mental limitations and live with freedom and inner peace. In general, The Power of Now is an inspiring book that aims to achieve consciousness and inner peace in everyday life. It provides practical tools and techniques to achieve presence and full focus, helping us to overcome worry and tension and live with greater happiness in the present moment. The journey in the book revolves around the philosophy of presence and consciousness in life. The book promotes the significance of living in the present moment and warns against excessive thinking about the past and future. The book serves as a practical guide to liberating oneself from the mind and tension, and achieving inner peace and happiness through our focus on the present. It begins by emphasizing that the true reality of life lies in the present moment, and that living with complete focus in the present moment grants us peace and happiness. Tolle encourages readers to free themselves from negative thinking patterns, worry, and tension by being aware of the current experience. The book introduces the concept of the mind and how it casts shadows over our present. Tolle emphasizes that the mind generates excessive thinking about the past and future, hindering us from experiencing the true essence of the present. The book presents meditation and mindfulness techniques as tools to achieve consciousness and deep presence in the present moment. The book also explores the effects of excessive thinking about the past and future, such as worry, depression, and stress. Tolle teaches us how to liberate ourselves from these negative effects by focusing on the current moment and accepting it without resistance. He emphasizes that true power lies in the present, and achieving inner peace requires complete presence and awareness. The book further discusses the concept of self and identity. Tolle emphasizes that a person's true identity is not tied to external things or the roles we play in society. He urges us to free ourselves from mental limitations and transcend self-attachments in order to live with freedom and inner peace. Here are some additional aspects and key ideas from The Power of Now. 1. Identification with the mind. One of the central themes in the book is the identification with the mind and how it leads to suffering. Tolle explains that the mind is constantly active, generating thoughts, judgments, and narratives about the past and future. This continuous mental chatter often causes stress, anxiety, and unhappiness. By becoming aware of this identification with the mind, we can step back and observe our thoughts without getting absorbed in them, leading to a state of inner peace. 2. The ego. Tolle explores the concept of the ego, which is the false sense of self that arises from the identification with the mind. The ego is driven by the need for validation, superiority, and control. It constantly seeks to protect itself and maintain its identity through thoughts, beliefs, and attachments. Tolle suggests that by recognizing the ego and not allowing it to dominate our lives, we can transcend its limitations and experience a deeper level of consciousness. 3. The pain body. Another concept introduced in the book is the pain body. The pain body is the accumulation of past emotional pain and negative experiences that reside within us. It can be triggered by various situations, causing emotional reactions such as anger, sadness, or fear. Tolle explains that by being present and aware, we can observe the pain body without getting entangled in it, allowing it to dissolve and heal over time. 4. Acceptance and surrender. Tolle emphasizes the importance of acceptance and surrender to the present moment. He suggests that resistance to what is happening in the present creates suffering. By accepting the present moment as it is and surrendering to the flow of life, we can find peace and open ourselves to new possibilities. 5. Connection to nature and stillness. The book highlights the importance of connecting with nature and embracing moments of stillness. Tolle encourages readers to spend time in nature, observing its beauty and stillness, as it can help us align with the present moment and experience a sense of interconnectedness and peace. 6. Transcending time. Tolle challenges the conventional notion of time and proposes that true fulfillment and enlightenment can only be found in the present moment. He suggests that the past and future are mental constructs, and dwelling on them keeps us trapped in a cycle of suffering. By shifting our focus to the present, we can break free from the limitations of time and experience a deeper sense of joy and contentment. 7. Relationships and compassion. The book also explores the impact of presence and consciousness on relationships. Tolle emphasizes that by being fully present in our interactions with others, we can cultivate deeper connections and understanding. He encourages compassion, non-judgment, and active listening as ways to enhance the quality of our relationships. The Power of Now offers a holistic approach to living a fulfilling and awakened life. It presents practical techniques and insights to cultivate presence, detach from the mind, and tap into the transformative power of the present moment. By embracing the teachings in the book, readers can embark on a journey of self-discovery, inner peace, and spiritual awakening. Here are a few examples of techniques you can use to observe the mind without getting absorbed in thoughts. 1. Mindful observation. Set aside a few minutes each day to sit in a quiet place and observe your thoughts. Instead of actively engaging with the thoughts or trying to suppress them, simply watch them as an impartial observer. Imagine yourself sitting on the riverbank, watching the thoughts flow by like passing boats. By maintaining this detached observation, you create a space between yourself and your thoughts, allowing you to see them more objectively. 2. Labeling thoughts. As thoughts arise, try labeling them with simple descriptive words or phrases. For example, if a thought about the past comes up, you can mentally note it as past. If a thought about the future arises, label it as future. By labeling the thoughts, you create a sense of distance and prevent yourself from getting entangled in their content. This practice helps to cultivate a state of awareness and detachment from the mind's constant stream of thoughts. 3. Breath awareness. Focus your attention on your breath. Whenever you notice that your mind has wandered off into thoughts, gently bring your attention back to the sensation of your breath entering and leaving your body. By redirecting your focus to the breath, you shift your awareness from the mind's thoughts to the present moment. This practice helps to anchor you in the here and now, reducing the tendency to get carried away by the mind's distractions. 4. Non-identification. Remind yourself that you are not your thoughts. Recognize that thoughts are simply mental events arising within your consciousness. When a thought arises, consciously remind yourself that it is just a passing phenomenon and does not define who you are. By practicing non-identification with thoughts, you create a sense of detachment and prevent yourself from getting caught up in their narrative. 5. Body awareness. Shift your attention from the mind to your body. Direct your focus to the physical sensations in your body, such as the feeling of your feet on the ground or the touch of your hands resting on your lap. By grounding yourself in bodily sensations, you bring your awareness into the present moment and create a sense of presence that allows you to observe thoughts without being consumed by them. Remember, observing the mind without getting absorbed in thoughts is a skill that requires practice and patience. Be gentle with yourself and approach it with a non-judgmental attitude. Over time, with consistent practice, you will develop a greater capacity to witness your thoughts without being carried away by them, leading to increased clarity and inner peace. Here are some additional insights and techniques to deepen your ability to observe the mind without getting absorbed in thoughts. 1. Cultivate inner stillness. In addition to the techniques mentioned earlier, cultivating inner stillness is crucial for observing the mind. Take moments throughout your day to deliberately pause and consciously connect with the present moment. You can do this by taking a few deep breaths, closing your eyes, and directing your attention inward. By regularly practicing this, you create a foundation of inner stillness that allows you to observe thoughts with greater clarity and detachment. 2. The gap between thoughts. Pay attention to the gaps that naturally occur between thoughts. As you observe your mind, you may notice brief moments of quietude where no thoughts are present. These gaps are moments of pure awareness. By recognizing and appreciating these gaps, you strengthen your ability to detach from thoughts and rest in the spaciousness of consciousness. 3. Letting thoughts be. Instead of resisting or suppressing thoughts, practice allowing them to come and go without judgment. Recognize that thoughts arise and dissolve on their own accord, much like passing clouds in the sky. By adopting an attitude of non-resistance, you create a space of acceptance that allows thoughts to flow without getting entangled in their content. 4. Embrace the observer perspective. As you observe your thoughts, consciously shift your perspective to that of the observer. Imagine yourself stepping back from the mind and witnessing thoughts as they arise and pass. This shift in perspective helps to disidentify from the mind's constant stream of thoughts and fosters a sense of spacious awareness. 5. Meditative practices. Engaging in regular meditation practices can significantly enhance your ability to observe the mind. Forms of meditation such as mindfulness meditation, focused attention meditation, or loving-kindness meditation can help cultivate present-moment awareness, deepen your capacity to observe thoughts, and develop a sense of inner stillness. 6. Practice detachment from emotional reactivity. Notice the emotions that arise in response to certain thoughts. Instead of getting swept away by these emotions, practice observing them with detachment. Allow the emotions to be present without getting caught up in their stories or trying to change them. By observing emotions from a place of equanimity, you gain insight into their transient nature and reduce their power to control your state of being. Remember that observing the mind without getting absorbed in thoughts is a continuous practice. Be patient and compassionate with yourself as you navigate this process. Over time, with consistent effort and a gentle approach, you will develop a greater ability to cultivate presence, detach from the mind's chatter, and experience a deeper sense of inner peace and clarity. Overall, The Power of Now is an inspiring book that aims to achieve consciousness and inner peace in everyday life. It provides practical methods and techniques to achieve presence and full focus, allowing us to overcome negative thinking patterns and live with greater happiness in the present moment.